This video will show you how to make small leaves to add to your botanical embroidery. Let me begin with the Ganitos. This stitch is easy and quick. It also makes plump leaves. Work 3 straight stitches between 2 stitch points. Let the first one fall in the middle while you nudge the other 2 to either side to create the width in each leaf. If you are not bothered about the details on each leaf, this is a stitch you must try. Work the stem with the back stitch or the stem stitch. I'm using the back stitch. I will work on the next leaf using the berry stitch. Start by making a tiny lazy daisy stitch. Now, work another one to gently hug the earlier one. Work one more similarly. That is it. This nested form of the lazy daisy stitch is one of the neatest ways to make quick and easy little filled leaves. You can also work the stitch in the reverse order. Make the outermost stitch first and nest in the other 2 stitches. Complete the leaf using the back stitch for the stem. Let's work on the next leaf using the oyster stitch. Come out closer to the stem and make a twisted chain stitch. Now pass the needle under the left leg of the stitch from the top. Following this direction is essential. Then work a lazy daisy to hug this twisted chain stitch. It creates a slightly embossed stitch with a texture. It looks excellent as tiny leaves. Make the stems with the back stitch. The fourth leaf is a delicate one using the Colonial Knots. Make a small stem with a straight stitch. Then work 3 Colonial Knots, 1 on top of the stem and 2 on either side. The Colonial Knots are probably the most raised of all knots, making them great to create prominent features of a pattern. Work the stem using the back stitch. The fifth leaf will be worked using the Bullion Knots. Come out from the top stitch point, go back in from the bottom to come back up from the top. Wrap the thread around the needle a few times and pull it out carefully. This bullion knot makes slender but embossed leaves. If you want to make it wider, make another one to sit parallel and next to the earlier one. Work the stem using the back stitch, and you're done. The last leaf is one of my favorites, the raised herringbone stitch. Sorry about that little patch, I had an accident with my scissors. Come out from a point closer to the stem and make a stitch halfway. Then come out from the tip of the leaf and pass under the stitch. Go back in through the fabric. Come out from the other side. Pass under the stitch and go back in on the other side. Continue this process. Since the leaves are small, the features of the stitch are rough. Use fewer strands or make bigger leaves for a better view. Finish the leaf using the back stitch for the stem. Now onto the name of the month. Work the entire wording with the back stitch. Decide the path of the stitch beforehand. Use smaller stitches on sharp curves. After finishing with the back stitch, start the whipping process under each back stitch created. This gives the lines a more raised effect and covers the little breaks between each back stitch, making it more pleasing to look at. Ensure to keep the direction of the whipping consistent even as you turn in the pattern. And that is it. We have just finished 6 different ways to make small leaves using different stitches. I hope you find your favorite leaf to add to your next project. If you want to print out this pattern and 3 more that use these leaves, please visit my Patreon page. The link is given in the description. I loved making this video for you. Drop a comment if you enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching.